friends, how's it going? Today I have a review of these 3 awesome products you see in front of you. These are all products from the Japanese Pokemon Center, as you can tell by the Japanese writing on the tags there. These are exclusives to Japanese Pokemon Centers. You won't find them anywhere else. So I had to order these from Sunny Shore, which I will put a link in the description. Sunny Shore does not have these items anymore on for sale. But if you do a quick Google search, you might be able to find some other places that do, though they will be more expensive. Just as a general rule, Sunny Shore is a really great place to get new Japanese Pokemon Center stuff picked up for you directly from the source. So that is just really, really awesome. But so, we have a Treecko Pokemon Center secret base doll that they released for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and it's modeled after the actual doll in the game. So the Pikachu plush with the little Mega Charizard Y hoodie, I guess you could say, and then the pin are both part of the Mega Tokyo opening promotion. So these were just created just for that awesome event, and they will be restocked eventually at the Pokemon Centers, but I don't know which items they're restocking off the top of my head. I might put it in the description if I can figure it out. But the Pikachu plush was sold out in the first hour or so, and then they did another restock, and then that became sold out. And I don't know the status of the pin in the front there, but anyway, I'll get more into that as we're actually looking at these things. So let's get started. So the first item I want to look at and review is this Treecko Secret Base doll. Now, the awesome thing about this is that it is actually modeled after the Secret Base dolls in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, the cool thing about that for me personally is that the reason why I started collecting normal Pokédolls in the first place is because the secret bases in Ruby and Sapphire were just so amazing for me. So I wanted to have my room be kind of like a secret base too. So that's kind of what sparked my interest in Pokédolls, like, you know, the normal Pokédolls, which I made a video on learning how to discern the difference between Pokédolls and other Pokemon plushies, which I will link in the description. But so, yeah, this is just a really awesome thing for me. Even though it is a different design than the Ruby and Sapphire one, this does match with the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire one, which is illustrated on the tag here. So, since we were talking about the tag, I'm going to go through just looking at the tag specifically. So we've got the doll art here, and then you can see, like, it's on a table, and then there's like it's probably either a tree or a bush that it's in on that secret base. And then here's the writing on the tag. If you ever find one of these on eBay from China, and you're not sure if it's a bootleg or not, you can tell because of what's written on the tag. And I tried to focus on that a little bit, but it was not cooperating, so you get the gist of it, though. If you don't read Japanese, then it didn't really matter exactly what it said anyway. But so, this plush is larger than Pokédolls, normal Pokédolls, so that is really a happy surprise because I only paid a couple bucks more for this than I would for a Pokédoll from the Japanese Pokemon Center. So, that's really cool. And then it's actually really, really soft. It's too bad you guys can't have feel-o-vision, because this is just a really soft thing. You can kind of tell, if I focus in on the tail, for example, if it'll let me, yeah, you can see like the little, this is probably minky fabric. You can Google that if you don't know what that is. But basically it's a very, very soft fabric that you kind of, it's more of like a baby blanket material, I guess you could say, so it's like really, really soft. And so that's awesome, because I love me some minky plush. But so this Treecko is definitely super, super cool. I can't stop petting it because it's just really soft. The facial structure is really, really nice. You've got awesome embroidered eyes there. It's fabric on the inside, but then it's, you know, embroidered on the outside, which is always nice to see. They're not just like slapping on some felt or something. And then the paws are actually embroidered in also, so that's really cool. And then we've got some embroider on the tummy as well for our little stripe, I guess it is, for Treecko's belly stripe. So this is just a really, really well made plush, and it's too bad I can't hand it off to you guys and let you hug it and stuff, because it's also very huggable. It's filled with some really nice, probably polyester stuffing there. So that's just a really, really cool addition to my Treecko collection. I'm just really happy to have it. And I didn't actually look at the tag here that's actually attached to the plush, so let's see if I can show you guys that. It's very awkward to work with this with Treecko's tail. Let's see. Focus, focus, focus! Alright, there we go, yeah, so it's Pokemon Center 2014 Pokemon /Nintendo /Creatures /Game Freak. So some copyright information there. And then on the back it says Made in China. And then some numbers and some Japanese lettering there, which I can't read because I don't read Japanese, unfortunately. But so there is that. This is a very, very awesome plush. It's definitely worth, you know, your $20 to $30 that you might pay for this. I paid $22, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely more expensive now that they're starting to, you know, get a little rarer and whatever. They're probably still being sold at the Pokemon Center, but I don't see it very often anymore because of, it's just not interesting to some people anymore because it has been out since November when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire actually came out. So, but that's it for this Treecko. If you want to see more views of it or whatever, you can ask me to take some pictures, and I definitely will. It's kind of hard to get it all the way into the frame because it is kind of big. I'll oh, I forgot to let's put a ruler next to it. So here's a ruler. This is in inches. It's not in centimeters, unfortunately. I do not have a metric ruler on me at the moment, but I'm going to lift up my camera so we can see it goes past the 7-inch mark. So it's almost 8 inches tall. So that is awesome. It's very big. Very cool. Very unusual to have a big plush from Japan. So that is really, really nice. But so I'm going to pick up my next item and I'll show you that one. So the next item I want to show off is this Mega Tokyo pin, which commemorates the opening of the Mega Tokyo store and isn't like a normal sort of thing. But so this is really, really neat because I actually collect Disney pins from Walt Disney World. And I fell in love with pins in general, so I have to now get all the Pokemon pins and all the other pins of things that I like that come out. So I was really happy to see that this one was coming out because I love Mega Charizard Y, that's my favorite of the two. And of course there's a little Pikachu riding on the back because you can't have a Pokemon Center logo without a Pikachu. So that is always very nice. Let's see if I can zoom in further. It's kind of hard to focus on pins with this camera because it just does not like it. But I will try my best for you guys. So I think that's the best focusing job I can do. But you can tell that the background metal of the pin is a gold color, which is really, really nice. It contrasts well with that orange and yellow of the Pikachu and Charizard. And then you have the Mega Evolution Stone. I don't know why I said Mega Evolution Stone, because it's not really a Mega Stone per se. That's like the Mega Evolution symbol, though. So that's the Mega Evolution symbol in the middle. Because it is Mega Tokyo, it Mega evolved. The original Pokemon Center Tokyo used to be in a different location, and now they moved it, so they wanted to say that it Mega evolved to be topical for all the Mega Evolution stuff that's been happening recently, in the hype and all that with the games. So this is just a really, really neat pin. I love the artwork on this, I love that Pikachu's riding the Mega Charizard Y. It's just a really neat thing to have. And then the background, the pin back, I guess you could say, is the official artwork for the opening of the Mega Tokyo. So you've got a Fleshinder on the bottom there, you've got Froakie, Chespin, and Fennekin on, I think, is a balloon. I think they're flying up in balloons to catch up with the Mega Charizard Y. And then in the other balloon you've got a Kangaskhan. It might be a Mega Kangaskhan, I don't know, I can't really tell. His baby, or her baby, is out of her pouch, and it has been replaced with a plushie of the Mega Charizard Pikachu plush, which I will be showing you in a minute. But so this is just really, really cool. I'm not going to take it out of the package because I do like to keep my pins and other small things inside their packages so that they stay nice and not dusty, because it is hard to dust those things. But so here's the back in case you're curious. It's got some Japanese writing that I cannot read, and then the pin back is just a normal pin back. It doesn't have a Pokeball or anything on it. And then it says 2014 Pokemon, 1995 2014 Nintendo, blah blah blah, for sale in Japan only. And so yeah, that is it for this pin. It is very, very nice, but there isn't really much to talk about with it because it is just a pin, and there isn't any moving parts or anything fun. So I'll go on to the next thing. So the final item that I got in this awesome shipment from Japan is this Pikachu and a Mega Charizard Y hoodie sort of deal. Now the cool thing about this particular Pikachu is that It is the angry face version of the plush. There were two versions of this plush when the Mega Tokyo opened. There's this angry face version, and then there's a normal face version, which still has the cute Mega Charizard Y hoodie on it, but it does not have that angry face, and it doesn't look like it's going to do a Thunder Shock attack or anything. It's just sitting there looking adorable. But so, the cool thing about this particular one is that this face variant was only available at the new Mega Tokyo Center. So this is a super limited item. It did sell out in the first hour that the Mega Tokyo Pokemon Center was open to the public for the first time, and so it became really, really rare, and people went on a buying frenzy on eBay and stuff. But it did restock a week or so later, I think, and then it went out of stock again, and now they still don't have them, but they should be getting a new stock, I think in February, maybe? I'll double check and I'll put some text on the screen or something if I can find out differently. But, so yeah, this is just a really cool thing to have because of its limited edition, you know, status, and then the fact that it is a Pikachu with a Charizard hat on it, which is just awesome. It definitely caters to all of my personal needs, because I love Pikachu, because he is our mascot of the Pokemon universe, and Charizard is my favorite Pokemon, so it's just an awesome blend. And so, to look at the stats of this, I guess you could say, we've got the Mega Charizard Y Mega Stone, so Charizardite Y, on Pikachu's little neck here. And then, here's his adorable little angry face. He's gonna wreck you. He's going to wreck everything you own. And it's an embroidered face. I probably should note that. It isn't any, you know, felt. There's no felt on this, and it's all embroidered. So that is really, really nice. And then the Mega Charizard Y face is also embroidered, so that is also very, very nice. So the thing about this is the actual, like, hoodie part of it is not made of the same soft minky as the body of the Pikachu is, which is kind of interesting, because it generates a, you know, a different feel for each part of it, so you know what you're touching, I guess. I don't know if you're closing your eyes. But, the minky on the wings especially is not as soft as it could be, and I'm not sure why they chose to do that. It could be because it got squished in the mail or something, but it's just not as soft. And then the other side of this is, in fact, like a felt or a cotton. The blue is felt or cotton, and then the rest of it is minky. So I don't know why they chose to do a different fabric for that, but that's what they did. And so, but the tail is also very soft. It's just as soft as the hoodie part, but the hoodie part is also not as soft as the Pikachu. So I don't know why that was, it might have been a design choice. It might be just my copy that just doesn't feel as good as the other ones. But that's just how it is, and I'm trying to focus. I don't know why it suddenly became out of focus. So overall, this Pikachu is an amazing plush. Like, I'm super, super impressed with how they made it work, and you can actually take the hood off. I didn't talk about that yet. You can, in fact, take the hood off. I won't do that on camera, but I will put in a picture of me taking off the hood and showing you what it looks like. It's really, really cute. The Pikachu is great quality. There's no, you know, stray threads or anything, as you would expect, because this is an official Pokemon product, and they don't skimp on quality. That's for darn sure. But we can show this. This isn't hard to take off. The head's a little hard to take off, but they actually did put the stripes on Pikachu's back, and then it does have a normal Pikachu tail right there, with a little brown on the bottom, of course. And so that is just really nice. And the bottom of the hoodie, I keep calling it a hoodie, there might be a better way to call what this is. A blanket with a hood, I don't know. But the bottom of this is actually that same material as the bottom of the wings, so it's not that nice and soft minky that we're all used to for this type of plush, but it is pretty nice because it is still a Mega Charizard hoodie sort of deal. And then the tail itself does have a flame on it, but the flame is also like a felty color, or not color, fabric. But it is also embroidered, so they have outlined the yellow of the flame in yellow embroider. So that is nice. That's really nice to see. And then there's a little red peeking through the bottom there. So this is just a really, really nice plush. And this is also just 2 pieces of Minky probably glued together. So these little fins on Mega Charizard Y's tail are not stuffed. So there's that. I don't know, that bothers some people. It doesn't bother me because I think it feels really cool to have like little pieces of Minky for little fins and stuff that don't really need to be 3D in the first place. And it did show off the tag for a second, but let's talk about Mega Tokyo some more. I'll put in a picture of the official, you know, announcement picture of the promotion, because there's a lot of stuff in this promotion that I did not get because I didn't have enough money for them. I just chose my favorite things from the promotion because they all usually have very similar art. One of the things that I kind of regret not getting is the pin set of the Pikachu, because there was a set of the Pikachu normal version and then the angry version together in like a little pin set, and they also had like a little swing charm set of that too. So I feel kind of sad that I didn't get that, but it's not really a big deal. I think hopefully I'll be able to find one on eBay. If you are looking for these things on eBay and not on Sunny Shore or any other trusted, you know, Japanese vendor online, please be careful. Don't look for them from vendors in China. For the most part, Chinese vendors do in fact sell bootlegs, and there's nothing wrong with bootlegs inherently. It's just they're not as good quality, so the things that I say that are just awesome and really good quality about these plush will not apply to those anymore, because bootlegs usually have a lot of things wrong with them that make the quality of the plush go down. And I keep on saying plush because usually the plushies are what have the most problems. Like, you can really tell if there's a really crappy figure on eBay and it just looks really bad, it looks like it's melting and it wants to die, then that's probably a bootleg. But it's kind of hard to tell what is a bootleg plush a lot of times, so I'm planning on making a video on telling the difference between various bootleg plush, but in the meantime, just be careful, you know. If you're looking for an official product, please make the effort of finding one that's actually from Japan instead of from China or wherever else, where it could be like $4 instead of the $30 that it should be. And in fact, this, if we're going to talk about prices, I don't know if you guys are interested in talking about prices. If we're going to talk about prices, the angry version, which was the limited edition version just from Mega Tokyo, currently goes for about $60 in some places. I've been watching some auctions on eBay and stuff. It usually goes from $50 to $60. And then on PokeVault, which I will link to in the description too, because why not? PokeVault is another trusted seller of Japanese Pokemon goods, but they do run a little bit on the pricey side, so PokeVault is selling these for $65, I believe. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. But so, they also have the normal version. I think their normal version is $50 at the moment. So there is that, but this is a really nice plush to have. It just meets all of my expectations, so that is just really, really nice to see. Especially because sometimes you don't know what you're getting when you're ordering from Japan because you can't pick it up by yourself, you know? So it's just really cool. And I'm going to do a size comparison with a American inches ruler because I do not have a metric ruler on me, I'm sorry. So this, with the little fin thing, it's probably 9 inches if I actually pull it up. Maybe even 10, I don't know, but I don't have the hand power to pull it up right now because I'm holding my camera. But so this is pretty big plush, and usually the Japanese plushies aren't this big. Usually I get Pokédolls from Japan, and those are not very tall at all. They're maybe 5 inches at the most. So having one that's almost double that size is just really awesome for me personally, and I know that it's a pretty good size for everybody else too, I would hope, because it's not a small thing. These are not small plushies, and I keep barely flashing the background of what I am using to hold up this paper, so I'm sorry if you see random background stuff, but it's hard to capture this plush because of its size and where I am and stuff. So there is that. So there isn't really too much else to talk about with these 3 things that I showed today. They are just really, really awesome products, and if you have a chance to grab them, I certainly suggest that you do. I didn't mention with the Treecko plush, there are actually different ones of this Treecko plush. There are multiple Treeckos, that was a weird way to say it. but there's also a Wailmer, a Torchic, a Mudkip, and a Skitty in this exact style of the secret base from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So if that's something that interests you more than a Treecko, then there you go, that's some information that you might not have known. If you are a Wailmer fan, I definitely recommend the Wailmer plush. I don't have it, but I kind of wanted it because it's so happy, it looks so happy, and then it has a little water sprig coming out of its little hole, which is amazing. I love it. I'll probably put a picture over my talking because I'm just really into it. So, but that is it for these product reviews. If you guys have any questions about any of these products or the Mega Tokyo promotion, please let me know, and I will answer them as best as I can. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all on the flip side.